Okay, thank you everyone. I'm sorry we got cut off at the end of our Manifest 2015, so we just wanted to hop back on and tell you how much we love you. And I'm going to email you the visualization so you'll have that recorded. You can listen to it again and again, and you don't have to worry about missing it. But I wanted to just thank everyone for being here. I wanted to thank Barry, who had to leave to hang out with her beautiful family. And thank you, Anne and Carrie and Woki, for joining us for Manifest 2015. This has been so much fun.
Thank you. Totally.
Yeah, thanks for putting this together because I really feel like right now is such a powerful time and being able to take advantage of all of these tools that all of us offer and all of the wisdom that we all brought today. I mean, I think it makes like a complete, like process for people to be able to really manifest what they want in this coming year. So thanks for putting it together, Jen. You're awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, and that is a theme for this year is collaboration. So that's great.
Yeah,
See how much fun it is?
I love how you unknowingly gathered this group of empaths who were all kind of working with the same gift. And the timing, obviously it's the end of the year, but just as we're coming into this 8 year, which I'm so excited about, I'm really happy to have had the chance to hang out with everyone, to learn about what everyone does, and to share my thought, which is, you deserve what you want, and ask for it, and ask really big.
Yeah, and I wanted to end really with a big dream, not just for our personal selves, but for the world and for the planet. Because I think, as Anne and Carrie mentioned, there's a big feeling for 2015 that a lot is happening, and it's not just about what we're personally asking for, but how that is going to affect everyone on the planet. And even if your dream isn't like one of those huge, I'm going to change the world dreams, just by you living out your light and asking for what you want, like Loki said, and going for it, you're inspiring other people to do the same, and you're also helping shift the planet back into alignment just because you are vibrating there, right? And you're living out your light. So I wanted to talk to you first and then share this amazing video with you about my meeting with Lynn Twist. And Lynn Twist is the author of Soul of Money, but she's also the founder of the Pachamama Alliance. And I was so moved by her that I really wanted to share with you her message for dreaming a new dream. And she has this whole thing about awakening the dreamer and kind of shifting our dream into feeling what is going to affect the whole planet, and how what we can do can really bring about a beautiful, peaceful, cohesive world that we all really envision. And just a quick little backstory about Lynn. She was working for the Hunger Alliance for many years, and she was a fundraiser for them. And she had been traveling around the world, and her locations were really, I believe, Africa and India, if I'm telling the story right. And she was training people there. And someone had just donated $1 million to the Hunger Alliance, Ending World Hunger, and then invited her to go down to South America to train people there. And normally she wouldn't go because that wasn't her region. But because this man had just donated $1 million to her organization, she was like, okay, I'll go to South America. And when she went, while they were there, they had participated in a ceremony there that was a ritual, no medicine, but it was a ritual with a shaman, and they had all gone into a trance. And there was just drumming and chanting, and they all had visions. And this was the first time she'd done anything like this. And afterwards, they all shared what their visions were, and each person went around in the circle. And they had all, during this ceremony, it had been hours, they didn't realize, had gone by, they'd all become different animals in their dreams. And Lynn had shared that she became a bird, and she had been flying over the rainforest. And in her vision, while she was flying over the rainforest, these tribal people kept coming up to meet her and then going back down. And they all had a specific painting on their faces. They all looked the same. And this was happening during the whole vision for her. And she didn't really know, what it meant, but that was her vision of what she experienced during this. ceremony, and all the other people went around and shared. And when they got to the last person, the man who brought her, he shared his vision, and it was the same vision as Lynn's. And the man, the traditional shaman, had gasped when Lynn shared her vision, and when the man shared that it was the same thing, he asked the two of them to stay at the end of the ceremony once everyone left so he could explain it to them and interpret it for them. And what he shared was that it was this tribe in the rainforest in Ecuador, I believe, that had never had contact with the West before. And they were calling out to them because they had had a vision. I have chills every time I tell this story. That they had had a vision that the West, someone from the other world was going to come for them, and it was going to be bad unless they called out specifically to people from that world who were good and brought them first. And Lynn and this man were the people who they called. And it was like a huge, huge thing. And Lynn did not know what to make of it and was kind of overwhelmed and, thanked him. But then she was like, that's great. I've got a meeting in Ghana tomorrow. I'm going to go. And she went on about her way and went to Ghana and had her meeting. And didn't really do much with that calling. And while she was meeting with the people who she was training and sitting around the table, she started seeing things, like on their faces of these people started appearing the markings that she'd seen in her vision. And they wouldn't go away. And she thought, she was going crazy. And she started crying, and they asked her, are you okay? And she said, yes, I'm okay. I just need to go and, get a drink of water. I'm very sick. I'm going to go back to my hotel. And she went, excused herself, and this was before internet or anything. And she excused herself. She went back to the hotel, and she booked the first flight she could book home, back to California, where she was from. And she finally, on the way home, all throughout the airplane ride, the people who she saw kept having these markings, just as she'd seen in her vision. So she told her husband. She'd never told him what she saw, what happened. So she finally told him. And long story short, they brought together a team of about, I believe, 10 or 12 people to charter a plane to go to this area of the rainforest, as in her vision. And they did. And as soon as they were landing, out of the bush came these people with the exact same markings that she'd seen in her vision, exactly the same. And this developed an ongoing relationship. Now she has the Pachamama Alliance, and basically the story is, not only is it about saving the rainforest and saving this land, but this is the last area of rainforest in the entire world that has been untouched. And right now it's under threat by big oil. And her mission is not just about this rainforest, but this is kind of the center of Earth for all of us. It's the source of life. This rainforest is actually sustaining the entire planet. And what she's encouraging through Pachamama Alliance is not just about saving this one rainforest, but how we can awaken and shift our dream on the planet so that we can help everyone together. And it's so important to me and the work that I do as the Queen of Manifestation to really inspire you to live out your light and your greatness, and how when we all do that, the planet is going to shift. And so I want to invite you to watch this video from the Pachamama Alliance. It's going to inspire you to live out your dream and to think about how your dream is going to make an impact in the world. And then if you're feeling called after you watch the video and you want to make a donation to Pachamama Alliance, that would be amazing. It's the end of the year, so everything is tax deductible for your 2014 taxes as well. But my point is really just to inspire you to dream a bigger dream. And so with that, I'm going to try and play the video. And just, I want to thank everyone for really being a part of this amazing Manifest 2015 broadcast today. So thank you. And now I'm going to play the video.
Blessings.
Okay, so here's the video.
In the the decades since we first saw our beautiful planetary home from space, it has become clear that human activities are actually destroying the living systems that life depends on. Global crises seem to be accelerating faster than our ability to solve them. And the institutions we have depended on are either unwilling or unable to respond effectively. It is easy to feel overwhelmed by the immensity of the problems. But arising from within this global emergency is a growing planetary response. A collective uprising of active, engaged citizens working to turn the tide toward a sustainable, just, and fulfilling future for all. Supporting and empowering this emerging global movement is the Pachamama Alliance, an organization initiated by a call from an ancient people in the heart of the most biodiverse region of the entire Amazon basin. This is where the Pachamama Alliance began, with the Achuar people of Ecuador. The Achuar are an ancient dream culture still living in harmony with their ancestral land. Nearly 2 million acres of pristine Amazon rainforest. In the late 1980s, the dreams and visions of the Achuar elders foretold that a grave threat was coming to their people. They soon saw how the modern world's thirst for oil was devastating the land and cultures of their indigenous neighbors. And so the Achuar made a bold move. They reached out to the very world that was threatening to destroy them. In 1995, a call issued forth from the heart of the natural world that was heard thousands of miles away by a small group of people in the modern world. In the summer of that year, in a remote village in the rainforest, these two worlds came together, and the Pachamama Alliance was born. Since that time, the Pachamama Alliance has worked with the Achuar and all of their indigenous neighbors, the Shuar, Quechua, Chiwiyar, and Zapara peoples, to preserve and protect this most critical ecosystem. The Alliance has provided legal, financial, and technical assistance in a variety of vital programs, mapping and land titling to secure ownership of their lands, trainings and workshops to support them in asserting their legal and collective rights at the national and international levels, development of sustainable local products and ecotourism to provide autonomy and economic alternatives to oil. The Jungle Mamas program is a model for improving community health, as well as empowering women to play leadership roles in the movement for indigenous rights. The Alliance's work to include legal rights for nature in Ecuador's constitution has provided a powerful precedent that is now being replicated globally. For 2 decades, this work and this unique partnership have empowered the indigenous people to preserve millions of acres of pristine rainforest. Yet today, the world's ever-increasing demand for more oil threatens this territory again.
From the very beginning, our indigenous partners told us that it was really, really great that we were working with them in the Amazon shoulder to shoulder, but that was only half the battle. They told us if we really wanted to protect their lands permanently, we would need to go to work in our part of the world. And as they put it, we would need to change the dream of the North, the dream of the modern world. A dream rooted in consumption and acquisition without any regard to the consequences to the natural world or even to our own future.
Out of our work with them, we came to see that we in the modern world truly are in some kind of a trance, living a dream that's threatening not only the rainforest and their way of life, but the health and well-being of the entire planet.
In response to the request that came from its indigenous partners, the work of the Pachamama Alliance expanded to include inspiring a new dream, an environmentally sustainable, spiritually fulfilling, socially just human presence on this planet. The Up to Us engagement pathway offers powerful programs that are designed to wake people up to the most critical issues of our time and pierce through apathy, resignation, and hopelessness. The engagement pathway educates and connects people, empowering them to work together for game-changing solutions. One place to begin is with the Awakening the Dreamer, Changing the Dream Symposium, an interactive seminar that has been offered by thousands of trained volunteers in more than 80 countries around the world.
I travel all over the world and speak to thousands of people, and everywhere I go, people come up to me, often with tears in their eyes, and tell me about how the Awakening the Dreamer program has transformed their lives.
Using inspiring videos featuring some of the world's most respected thinkers, the latest in-depth information about the world situation, and dynamic group interactions. The symposium explores the challenges and possibilities of this moment in time and the role each of us can play in creating a new future. Another compelling program on the pathway is the Game Changer Intensive, an online course that educates, inspires, and equips participants to change the dream by changing the game.
The Game Changer Intensive looks not only at what we need to do, but also who we need to be in order to transform the systems and structures that stand in the way of what we all want, a just, sustainable, and fulfilling future. We offer a challenging curriculum that examines the root causes of our most pressing issues and encourages participation in high-leverage grassroots movements that can actually change the game.
Local Pachamama Alliance communities are places where like-hearted people connect, collaborate, and get into action.
The work of the Pachamama Alliance now is to educate, inform, and inspire people everywhere to create a global ecosystem of pro-activist leaders who have the skills, the courage, and the heart to tackle the greatest crises humanity has ever faced. And when we do this, we will have lived the most meaningful lives any generation of humankind has ever lived.
The indigenous people of the Amazon are facing an unprecedented threat to their future, and they are standing boldly to meet it. We, in the modern world, face a threat to our future as well, and together, the people of the Pachamama Alliance are rising to meet the challenge. The mission is clear, and it is critical: to protect the source of what is most precious to us all, and to inspire a new future, an environmentally sustainable, spiritually fulfilling, socially just human presence on this planet.
I hope that inspires you to start dreaming bigger for 2015, not just for yourself, but for the planet. And what are you manifesting this year? So I want to leave you with so much love, and I want to encourage you to make a donation to Pachamama Alliance. If you have that within your heart and within your means, to donate what you can to spread this message, to keep it going, to save the rainforest, to save our planet, and to help bring in a new age and create something truly magnificent and magical and powerful for us all. So I will be sending you the link, but I will just show it to you as well really fast. Yeah, so here is the link. It's pachamama.org/ I believe just regular donate would be fine, but I put on a special one there for you. so that you can donate to the Pachamama Alliance. So you can go to pachamama.org/21/donate, but I'll email that to you as well. And if you go there, then you can scroll down on the page and you'll see a little bit more about them and about how you can donate. And that would be amazing. So, yeah, with that, I just want to thank everyone again for joining us for Manifest 2015. This was so much fun. Here's to manifesting all that your heart desires and going big in 2015, making a huge impact. Lots of love. Bye, everyone.